So let's talk about Around Again for a minute.
Okay.
You did a video. There's a song. There's a song on the album called "Little Miss John Wayne."
Yeah.
And that you did a video with Jocelyn Fox, and it's been a nice collaboration. So tell us about how that all came about and what's next with your collaboration with Jocelyn.
There's a lot going on with that, and Jocelyn has been pretty paramount in a lot of what's gone on with Little Miss John Wayne and so forth. Around Again it's a very, very funny story behind this one. I heard a song called Here It Comes Around Again about a year ago, probably a little bit more, almost 2 years now. And I'm like, wow, I could do a cover of that song, rewrite it, change the key, add some flavor to it lyrically, add some lyrics to it, change a couple things around a little bit and make it my own. So this is when I was still living up in Boston. And I messed with it, I wrote it all down, I charted everything out, and I'm like, okay, let's try changing the key a little bit, adding some things in and stuff. And I did an acoustic version of it, and it actually sounded really, really decent. And I'm like, all right, you know what? This is going to be a player for the record. Well, went into the studio, and I gave the guys at the studio just kind of a copy of me playing acoustic and singing. And so they charted it all out, and the guys came in and they did that Nashville number system thing and they recorded it and stuff. I never told a single soul what the history of that song was until I got Cole hand completely busted one night. Very interesting. So we're watching RuPaul Drag Race. The girls were doing an interview session, and to preface the little skit for their challenge, what's the song that they ended up playing? Well, Here It Comes Around Again. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so busted. So it started to play, and my cell phone starts beeping, Around Again, question mark. I'm like, shh, we'll explain later. And everybody and, Becky and the label and my friends and family, nobody knew. But it was a RuPaul cover. And, then it's like kind of how to come clean with doing that cover. But at that point, I had already applied for the licensing to do the song, to get it registered and get the permission for the... for it to go on the record and stuff like that. So, and I think, honestly, it's one of the best songs that are on the record because, if you look at the original version, yeah, there's similarities to it, but I completely turned it into a rockin' country rock song, with a lot of flair that took kind of like the pop out of what the original version was, and it sounds like a completely different song, so. And
RuPaul has been listening to it and likes it.
It's true. There's been several tweets that RuPaul's put out saying, hey, go check it out with some links to my iTunes page.
It was pretty exciting when she said she bought the entire album and then tweeted the iTunes link to this album, The Breaking Brown Show. I do think Around Again is probably the best track on the new album. So what's next with Around Again? I hear there might be a video coming.
There's going to be a new video, and I called up my favorite gal pal, Jocelyn Fox, and I says, hey, this is what's going on. Rue's been tweeting, and she's like, oh my God, I know, I've seen it, and a lot of the girls from Drag Race had kind of liked the tweet or retweeted the tweet, and Jocelyn was like, let me reach out to some of the girls and see what we can do to shoot another video for Around Again while there's some momentum around the song. We're hoping if we get enough girls involved, hopefully we'll get a cameo from Rue. Time will tell on that. There's no way of knowing right now, but so far there's a bunch of girls that are interested in doing it, and we're just trying to work out the logistics. We're going to be filming it. We already have the location back to Kentucky where we shot Little Miss John Wayne, but we're going to be doing it at Play in Louisville. So
that's good.
Club's already aboard. And so maybe do like a 2-day shoot this time instead of 10 hours and cram it all into one day.
So here it comes around.